Hello, my name is Rafael, and what brought me to education is being a lifelong learner. I love to learn. I love to be in the environment of learning and efficacy. Efficacy for students that have been marginalized, efficacy for communities that have been marginalized. I've seen it in education and in the workforce where not all cultures are validated equally. And I think, and not every person gets an education where they're college and career ready. Definitely, I got an education that made me college ready, but I experienced in the private sector some things that I needed to learn better to be career ready. And this is where my biggest contribution to education has come. I was part of the initial Link Learning middle schools in LAUSD. So I was one of the people that helped establish Link Learning at middle schools. We were one of the first schools to implement social thematic, problem-based learning, where students get to choose the topic they're really interested in and use content, use math, use English, use science to find answers to questions they have. And they get choice and they get voice because they get to present to an authentic audience, whether it be industry members or members of their community. And most importantly, they get to shine and they get to use their preferred modalities for learning, and they get to use their multiple intelligence. And I think that establishing that program, bringing in industry members, working on 21st century skills like being a good collaborative communicator, problem solver, and critical thinker. I have fought off pushback from many people to be able to implement this in a middle school. And I'm very proud of it. And I think that's going to strengthen the profession. And that's the way that one of the things in our school system that I think needs to get better. We only validate certain types of learning, certain types of learners, and our curriculum is usually separated. So bringing the curriculum together in a thing like project-based learning and using social justice thematic themes allows our content to engage students in a way that is relevant to their culture, relevant to their cultural wealth, and most importantly, relevant to their assets. And students are able to feel successful and be successful in things like portfolio and defense, where they get to choose what they're going to showcase as evidence of their learning. And to close the achievement gap, I think this is the best approach. I've done it. I've seen students increase in math and in English because they're using that content to answer questions that they want to answer during their projects. Also, when I was a math teacher, my kids had some of the highest scores in the academic growth over time. I think it was in the 99 percentile. And what I succeeded in was really using a culture of care to build a community. And I will bring in the parents. We will have like potlucks just for our class. And I will make sure to call the parents one time at least in the first month. And usually as a positive, just about all the time, as a positive phone call. So I wanted them to know that I was validating their students' identity, their culture, and their intelligence. And that will build a relationship for courageous conversations we needed to have in the future. And part of our exhibition nights for our project-based learning, parents are invited to come and see their students shine and speak and talk about their learning. So we work hand in hand with the parents collaboratively. So we could see the growth of their students. And I remember one year that it was because of the parents' interaction and community we built together, where we co-constructed plans for their students that our math score skyrocketed. And that was the main contributing